most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
This video is part of a series of videos on plantar fasciitis. If you want to see the whole series, you can go to bobandbrad.com and you'll find it there. There's also a printout that you can get along with this and print it out.
Yep,
everything
so you
we said
got something
today.
right there
Yeah.
for reminders.
So learn to walk correctly on your plantar fasciitis or it may not heal. This is really important that you learn how to walk correctly. A lot of people, what they do, they walk with, and I got the plantar fascia all marked off here. They walk with too much heel strike. So they hit like this,
There.
and that puts a lot of stress on the plantar fascia as you're walking. What you want to do is try to hit the heel and the forefoot almost simultaneously.
Sure.
In fact, we recommend that you put 50 to 70% weight on your heel and the remainder on the forefoot. So.
And, this is quite a change, and Bob and I were just discussing that, but if you just think of, I guess, if you think of like your elbow coming down, that's going to hurt.
Right.
But if you come down on your forearm and your elbow,
you're spreading the
spreads
forces
out. It's not what's happening, but it gives you an analogy of that.
Sure. So we're going to try to give you some cues here that'll maybe help you do this. One, don't walk with your knee extended. If you are hyperextended.
So yeah, so right here.
When you hit, the knee should be slightly bent. That's going to help you right there. Because if you're going like this, and some people walk with their knee extended, maybe one side, not the other, that's going to make it worse. The other one that really probably helps if you shorten your stride. If you're trying to take long strides,
right.
Eventually you can go back to longer strides again. The stride is happening more behind you than in front of you. Does that make sense to you, Brad? You look a little confused on that.
Right.
So
well,
if I'm taking long strides, I'm going to probably hitting heel.
Right, and you have to heel strike when you take a long stride.
Right.
It's very difficult to do what we're doing. So I think the big key is shorten your stride up, lean forward a little bit, and that's going to help you get the foot to hit the floor in a flat.
Yeah. So when
position.
I hit, everything should be lined up here. My hip and my shoulders are over the foot as opposed to being behind the foot.
Right.
So people that work this the first time, they almost feel like they're falling forward. They feel like they're leaning so far forward, like they're falling forward onto their foot.
If you happen to be a runner and you've done some research on running and forefoot running, a lot of the body mechanics and stuff are in line with that.
Absolute same thing.
So it makes a lot of sense.
You can hold on to a chair and just practice going forward and back, hitting forward and back, trying to hit both at the same time like this. You just think about it and it'll come to you. Also, you want to obviously make sure you have appropriate footwear when you're walking. And we're going to usually recommend like a running shoe. Even if you aren't a runner, you want to have one that has adequate arch support and cushioning.
Yeah, and the reason is with running shoes, they make them with a more variable arches support. Some with more arch, some with less, and you got to find one that fits your foot.
Yeah, and we have a video on that. Right. So the final thing is, if you are actually a toe walker like this, you're going to want to go back to getting a little bit stress on the heel.
Sure.
Brad and I talked about with running. You said with running, even you're going to go back a little bit to more of a heel striker, right?
Right. Or flat.
Just flat.
Right.
Right.
I don't know if there's a lot of forefoot walkers out there.
I don't think there are, but you never know.
Little kids do all the
Little
time.
kids do. So, all right. Watch the rest of the program at bobandbrad.com. Thanks.